Hey guys, and welcome back. Full time today at St James's Park. Newcastle United 4, Villarreal 0. Because of that, we have now won the SELA Cup, and we also finished our pre-season 5 wins and 2 draws. We actually went unbeaten. I can't remember the last time we've done that in a pre-season, to be honest. We're going into the season now, and we are joined today by JJ Charlton over TikTok. He's doing okay? But I mean, we'll get through everything first. I want to mention to begin off with Villarreal as a team. I couldn't stand them today. I just thought it was so dirty. Every time Newcastle get the ball, grabbing the shirts, grabbing players' arms. I hated it. And I think in the Champions League this season, you will got opposition teams abroad that will play like that. I just wanted to start off by mentioning your thoughts on Villarreal today.
Yeah, I couldn't agree anymore, mate. It's just Parejo going down like a sack of, I won't swear, but yeah, you know what I mean. He's just really annoying to play against, and that left back as well got booked. Just he threw the ball at the linesman. It's just like, what are you doing? It's like a stonewall foul as well. It wasn't a shoulder barge or anything. So it was a bit weird. I just thought they were a bit weird at times. But yeah, like you say, mate, they're really frustrating to play against today.
We start the match off quite literally the first 4 minutes, I believe it was. Jacob Murphy scored. In fact, we had the opposition teams watching on because there was someone at the time could still win the SELA Cup. 4 minutes in, they're already out of the competition entirely. I mean, Murphy was class there. He's definitely a player I would have said a year ago, even the Newcastle fans were looking and went, you know what, this guy ain't going to be here long term, let's get rid of him now. All of a sudden, he's played a wing back as well today. Last time he played wing back was under the previous ownership before the takeover, and it's fair to say, just like many of our players in the teams, he adapted, he's evolved, and I mean, what a performance he had.
Yeah, he was absolutely fantastic. And for the first shot early on, I thought he overrun it, but proved me wrong because it was a hell of a strike into the near post. And yeah, just his overall play, like I thought he covered in the second half really well. Some really good pieces of defending, and yeah, I'd probably say it was my man of the match as well. To be fair, really good performance.
I probably would have backed him that. Second half now we came out. I thought Villarreal actually the only part in the game for 10 minutes or so. I actually thought they came back in. They would create a lot of chances. But even that, I thought were probably individual fouls, like Jamal Lascelles, for example, just gave the striker an obvious opportunity. Somehow didn't score that. Eventually, though, despite missing a few chances beforehand, Harvey, someone that I wouldn't have said in the first half was active that much. Second half, he was every bit of play he was involved with. I mean, 2 goals on his St James's Park debut. Someone that I've always said Newcastle need a designated goal scorer on the wide. Someone that looks like he can do that. Yeah,
exactly. He's just really productive. I thought he had a chance early on in the second half, which really could have took, but then he went on to get a brace, and he's just so productive, like I said, just clinical, deadly, and his overall play in and around the box is really tight, and really good second half from him.
And a problem I think Newcastle United have now that I've been mentioning in my video yesterday, it's a good problem to have though. Who the hell is he going to play against that team? I mean, the striker situation, for example, Wilson, 2 goals in the first half, both of them got disallowed. I think both of them deserve to be as well. His first one was better unlucky with it being slightly offside. Second one was an obvious foul in Pepe Reina. But I mean, now you got the problem that you're going to start Issa, you're going to start Wilson, you're going to start Gordon out there, you're going to start
so many options.
Harvey Barnes. I mean, you've got so many different players you can play compared to the team even a couple of seasons ago. He's a squad depth. I said it yesterday, I think our squad depth is much better than people think.
Definitely underrated, and I'd say now we've probably got a team that can compete in all 4 competitions, if I'm honest. And then you've got players like Miley and Anderson who've had such a good pre-season, by the way, and Anderson as well showed his versatility, so he can play either left or in midfield. There's a real shout for him to start as well against Villa, so yeah, it'd be good to see him get up well to start the game. I think that'd be great because he deserves it. He's had a great pre-season.
I just wanted to touch on it quickly as well about Liverman, to just update you guys as well, because he actually did do his media duties earlier in the day. So he came into James's Park at God knows what time. He came on nice and early, we got all his stuff done. It was a possibility that he could have potentially announced it before the match, but they decided to wait it out. I think it'll get announced tomorrow. I just wanted to say that now. He has to train time this week, and thing is, I was mentioning this well yesterday. I don't know if you agree with this or not, but you're bringing Liverman to a backup right back for around £40 million. Surely you're going to be looking potentially playing left back as well. I mean, surely he's going to be versatile enough to play both sides.
No, I definitely agree. I mean, I followed Saints quite a little bit from work and stuff, and I've seen him play left back quite a lot as well. So I just feel like he offers a lot more than Burn. He's very athletic. He can get up and down the pitch. And he's also proven that he's really good defensively. So obviously the only cons is his knees, like they gave way last couple of seasons. But yeah, when you spend that much money on a player, he's not here to be a backup, and it'd be great to see him play left back for sure over Burn, in my opinion. So
I probably would agree with that eventually. I mean, Burn,
long term,
bless him, he's had a great season, but I definitely think you still have to improve your squad as much as possible. We need good competition, Champions League football. I mean, I still can't quite believe that the Champions League is coming up. But I just wanted to mention a couple more things before we head off, and there was quite a few people waiting for us there, and apologies for the wait, by the way. But No, but I just wanted to mention just about the pre-season as a whole. It's so positive. I think the youngsters, especially like some Miley, like Sans, I know you touched on them before, but I just think Newcastle's youth system's really popped out. Something I would have criticised a bit last season. I think the youth team as a whole had quite a bad season on paper, but the actual players that came through, Eddie Howe's done a great job at actually getting them into the squad. I think the way he's had them on the bench constantly, bringing them on to America, I think Miley's the big one to talk about. He's the one that's seriously talented.
He's just so mature. Like, I think it's been said numerous times on Twitter. He plays like he's 24, 25, 26, like coming into his prime. Like, you wouldn't think he's 17. He's got the physique for the Premier League. Like 6'2", 6'3", really tall lad, physical lad. And yeah, like I said, just so composed on the ball. And especially when you've got Tonali and Bruno who can learn off, and Trippier as a captain. He's just surrounded by quality all over the pitch, so he's only going to get better as well. So
I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
But I just want to mention the SELA Cup weekend as a whole, because I think it's been a bit debated by fans what to think about. Of course, we had the card issues yesterday. I mean, attendances we had 36,000 yesterday, 34,000 today. So the actual metrics isn't too far apart compared to last year, where it was 47,000 compared to 40,000 in the two matches. Just what are your thoughts on the tournament as a whole? I thought it was a bit weird with the opposition teams on. I know they try their best to get different countries involved, get different matches involved, but honestly, I just didn't care about the other two games.
Yeah, well, like we touched on in the pub previously, the early kickoffs I just didn't really care about. I think as a format, like I liked watching the foreign teams play against us. You know, I'm a big fan of my Italian football as well, and it's something similar that we'll face in Europe against European opposition. As for the format, I don't know how I feel about the goal scored rule. I mean, it kind of benefited us to like win the tournament by a landslide, but that was something that I didn't really understand. But as a tournament overall, and the football that we saw over the two games, I thought we saw some really good stuff. And yeah, people are going to debate the price, but over the two games we saw some really good attacking football. So yeah, I'm pleased it came up, and it was a really good event overall.
I just want to finish off with one more question.
Yeah.
Next week is Aston Villa at home. How are we thinking going in that game?
I don't want to underestimate Aston Villa. I've got them at 7th in my predictions, and we saw the pre-season game. It's a really tight, compact game, and I think they're going to be really difficult to break down as well. Emery's got them super coached, to be honest with you. I'm not going to give a prediction because I'll meet you before and I'll give a score prediction then. But yeah, it's going to be a really tight game, but just can't wait for Premier League football to be back, guys.
Exactly that. My personal thoughts on Aston Villa before we wrap things up. They're a good team, mate. I watched them against Valencia yesterday. They're a scary opposition team. I think under Unai Emery, the good thing is they have got Conference League. They didn't have any European football. I would have really favoured them to finish high in the table, but the fact they do have European football, I think as a squad they still have a bit where they need to grow, need to time to adapt, time to learn. But we've seen it at Villa Park, they battered us last time. I think this time, though, Newcastle will learn from our mistakes. I think the actual American game as well. 3 at the back, just played random players, random formation. We gave their scouts nothing to work with in the game. And Newcastle was smart. We're no longer a team that's going to mess around and take the mick. We're a team that's going to be ready, raring to go. And I back us to win. I back us to beat any team that's in James Park, regardless of levels of competition. We need to get points now, though. I will say it has to be early in the door we get points. I know we've got hard fixtures coming up. But once those Champions League games kicked in, that's when it's going to be very hard. You've got to compete with different countries. You're going abroad, constantly playing all these matches at once. Injuries are going to pile up, suspensions are going to pile up. You have to get the points nice and early, in my opinion, with the hard games coming up. The likes of City, Liverpool, I think you can catch them off early, if I have to be honest.
Brighton will be difficult as well.
Yeah, Brighton away will be hard. Yeah. Definitely a hard game. Well, let's now back us to the moon. It's been a pleasure, Jack. Anyway, you enjoy yourself. A few people waiting now, so they'll have to go and say hello, but it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, brilliant, man.
Take care, guys. Thank you so much.